Couple of notes while we wait. This is the first time since 2006 that all quarterfinal games were single-digit deciders. And Staley, 17 free throws are the most ever made in the tournament. She was 17 of 20. Quarterfinal single digits, 2006, yes. Texas Tech is bringing one player. So far, yeah. Yeah, there you go. That'll do it. Made. Mm-hmm. Make sure. Okay, 30. Okay. Back there, if you do have questions, just make sure to flag me down and we'll get a microphone to you. Okay, so she did say 32, right? Okay, so I think you guys probably knew this, but it's a single game record. 17 free throws made, single game. I'm sure you thought that, but I wanted to check. All right, Oklahoma State will be here momentarily. All right, we're joined by Oklahoma State head coach J.C. Hoyt and Staley Hurd. I just shared with the media that Staley's 17 made free throws is a single game record for the tournament. Congratulations. And coach, if you'd like to start us off with a few comments about the game, please.
Yeah, just a really hard fought game for both teams. I mean, there's nothing that anyone on either team left out on the floor. I'm really proud of our kids for just finding a way to win a game that was really tough for us to score. It was ugly. It was all heart because there was nothing pretty about it. But, you know, I was a little bit, the double bye is great. It's great. But to play a team that's already played 2 games and come in, that's a little bit challenging, I think, just to kind of get used to the gym and the rims and all of that. I thought that was definitely the case for us the first at least 5 minutes. But Staley just did Staley Hurd things. She is hands down one of the best players in the conference and in the country, and she proved that tonight. I thought Tenen was really good, especially considering the foul trouble that she was in early, and then really ultimately it just came down to rebounding for us, and that's something that we continue to hang our hat on. We know that we're not going to always shoot it as well as we would like to, and I thought that rebounds really made a difference in the game tonight.
All right, thank you. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll bring a microphone to you. All right over here on the left, middle.
Coach, you know, obviously it feels like all season we talked about how it can be anyone's night, especially from 3. And like you said, it was just a fight to win. So kind of going into that second half when it kind of didn't feel like it was anyone's, especially from beyond the arc, does that mindset kind of change about at least game plan going into the second half about how you attack the basket?
Not really. In fact, I was mad at our kids for not shooting more. I told them you just got to stop thinking and catch and shoot. They did a good job of congesting on us, and I didn't think we were very good at reading that. We were just driving into congestion. I thought those early misses just kind of got in our head. So it was actually the opposite. Just told them you gotta let it fly, and that's what we do. So. I was proud that we still didn't make as many as I wanted, but no, we did a much better job in the second half.
Okay. Questions? All right here, front, and then Tia, you'll be next.
JC, you guys won despite shooting just under 30%. A lot of it was due to Staley getting to the foul line. Just how important was that to have that constant pressure on the rim on a night where shots weren't falling?
I mean, the best thing Staley did was not just put pressure on the rim, but she did it in transition. And in a game like that where things are sticky and, hard to score in the half court, for us, we just got to push. And Staley was phenomenal at that. She led the break for us on about half of those fouls that she got. So I thought she was really smart at just finding different ways to get to the free throw line.
Oh, go ahead.
And then Staley, just to follow up, I'm sure it was a little bit frustrating to not have your shot going, but talk about your will just getting to the free throw line over and over and getting your points that way.
Sometimes you have those games where shots won't fall, but you have to find other ways to score. And I feel like she said, we're a fast-paced team. We like to push in transition. And I think just putting pressure on the defense to not foul is just like, I feel like I love to do that just because, I know they can't keep up, and just getting to the free throw line, those are easy points. So, whatever it takes to win.
How do you feel physically just after going to the line that many times, taking all those fouls?
Good.
Good answer.
All right, Tia, front right,
Tia
left.
Reed, the next. Coach, you mentioned rebounding as something that your team likes to hang their hat on. 15 on the offensive side that led to 16 second chance points. In a game that's as messy as this, how valuable were getting those extra opportunities?
Oh, it was huge. I mean, those were some of the easiest points that we got tonight. I remember Staley, scoring an easy layup off of it. I thought Lex did a really good job of rebounding. And we didn't always have something to show from it, but it was just extending the game for us and giving us those extra possessions when we really needed them because scoring was so hard. So that's something, again, just that's really important to us.
All right, back on the podium.
Staley, Raven Ray, KOTV, Tulsa. I just have a question. As much as you love winning, you hate losing as well. So what did you tell your team going into that fourth quarter when you're down one to go on that run and force Tech to force that timeout 2 minutes in?
Just we're not losing this game. Teams can't hang with us for 40 minutes, and Coach tells us that all the time, and I feel like that's really, really true. We have depth, and I think that's one of our best strengths we have, and we can just run teams, and, easiest points are in transition. I feel like what I say, they really follow and listen, and I feel like some of my teammates have done a really good job at doing that as well. But I just told them, we're not losing this game, and this is our quarter. We're going on a run here.
And Coach, obviously Baylor was another team that kind of went down to single digits today as well. I'm obviously celebrate this win, but what do you look forward to tomorrow with another tough matchup coming up?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about this time of year, you don't really have time to celebrate. It's all about finding a way to win the next game and surviving and advancing. There's nothing easy this time of year. So just like Baylor had a close game, we had a close game. That's what this month is made of. So really important for us to just move on to the next one as quickly as possible. And whether you had a good game or a bad game, it really doesn't matter because the most important thing is you still get to play.
All right, so second, and then we'll go to Joe next.
Landon Patso, Call TV. Coach, you spoke a little bit about Tenen and her impact tonight, playing less than 20 minutes in the entire game, but recording a double-double. Can you speak about some of the messages that you had for her at halftime and how to keep herself in the game?
Well, we just encouraged her. She set with the foul trouble, we set you for a reason, so now it's time to go. And she certainly did that. Thought she ran the floor really, really well. Defensively, my goodness, she made all the difference. Only had 2 blocks, but I mean, she just completely changed the way that, in the first half they were able to drive and scoring a lot at the rim, and then T really changed that in the second half for us. So we just really encouraged her, it's time to do what you do. And she's been playing so well for us, and she knew exactly what we meant when we said that, and certainly took it and ran with it.
All right, right here in the front. Thank you.
Yeah, Staley, Coach mentioned the long layoff. Do you think that contributed to sort of the slow start for you guys waiting until, the third day of the tournament, last game of the day?
Probably a little bit, but I feel like once we woke up, we were, just back to the team. And Coach went back to earlier in the season when we had our bye week, and we came off of a good rest time and came out and did what we did with K-State, So I feel like we can't start slow.
And then, JC, one more for you. It looked like Jaden came in and really did a good job of frustrating Mop-In and just making things tough for her. What did you see from her, just kind of the defensive intensity she brought?
Well, I thought she was a huge spark for us on both ends of the floor. Like you said, just really made it hard for her. That's an area where we've really been challenging her, and it's been really neat to see her grow up as a freshman. And, she was honestly not someone we really trusted with those assignments early, but she's grown so much in that. And she took a huge step forward tonight. I mean, Bailey Maupin is one of the best scorers in the conference, and for her to do that against someone of that caliber, that should give her a lot of confidence. I know it does me. But I thought offensively she was also a really big spark for us as well, just pushing tempo.
All right, left.
Coach, Texas Tech was the 14 seed in this tournament. What does it say about the competitiveness of this conference that, that's the type of games you're going to get? Doesn't matter if it's a top team or a bottom team.
Yeah, one of the best conferences in the country, right? From top to bottom, you're going to be challenged every single day. That's the beauty of this conference. And, Tech, they're playing really well. And this is the time of year where, it doesn't really matter what the rest of your season was like. Anyone can get hot at any point. And I think that, just you got to be at your best. It doesn't matter what happened the first time you played them or any of that. And there's no doubt about it. I mean, we got 5 teams in the top 25, and a lot of those teams, Tech played really, really close. So we knew it wasn't going to be easy by any means. I'm really proud of our conference, and I hope that people, are paying attention right now with that being said.
All right, right here on the left.
Coach, like you said, it's kind of just an everyday thing. You guys still have to come back tomorrow and play a really good Baylor team. When you come back tomorrow, is it kind of a focusing on what worked today type of attitude? Obviously, not not shots falling and figuring out how to win. Is it that same kind of attitude, or is it kind of just wash it over and go back to what's worked all season?
We were trying to do what we did all season. It just wasn't working. But no, 2 totally different teams. They play a different style, different personnel, that sort of thing. So it's really, it is about, preparing for whoever we're playing, but it's mostly about us and just coming up with a good game plan of how we want to attack whatever they do, defensively or offensively.
All right, anything else? All right, thank you so much. Oh, are you? Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. All right, we're joined by Texas Tech head coach Krista Gerlich and Logan Johnson. Coach, start us off.
I could not ask for
a more valiant effort from our kids. Everybody saw that game and saw it go down to the wire, and our kids gave everything they had, and it's a crying shame that, that somebody had to lose that game, to be honest. But our kids had every opportunity to come to this tournament and not give a damn, to be honest, by the way our season went in February. And they all gathered together. They've believed in what we were doing all year long. They've continued to fight, and they were making a hell of a run in this tournament. And it's unfortunate that they couldn't have made some history, because there's never been a lower seed than 10 make it to the semifinals in the Big 12, and that should say something right there. But I'm super proud of these kids and all that they stand for, and they believe in the Lady Raider basketball program and the Texas Tech that's on their chest. And I think everybody that watched that game knows how hard they played, and how much integrity and how much guts they have.
All right, thank you. Questions? Questions? Anyone? Yeah, okay, right here. Thank you. Joe?
Yeah, Coach, Staley Hurd was 17 of 20 from the foul line. I mean, you guys played great defense against Oklahoma State, but what kind of a challenge was it to try to contain her at the rim?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough when she gets to shoot more free throws than our entire team does, right? She's a terrific player. She poses a huge problem for defenses. We're a really good basketball team defensively, and I thought we had a really good plan for her and for their team. But clearly, if she can get to the line that many times, it's going to be really difficult to win a basketball game.
Kathleen?
Kathleen Geyer from The Next. Coach, what's impressed you most about your team over this 3-game run? And seems like really balanced scoring and
just the fight that they've had, and the belief in what we've been doing, and just the faith in what we've been doing. Like I said, February was a really, really hard month for us, and they continued to fight. Everybody that we played, we were right in the ball game. And so during this 3-game run, I felt like we finally were firing on all cylinders. We finally had put the pieces together. They were playing really well together and for each other. But, man, I loved their heart and their fight, and that's all I can ask for them.
All right, anything else? All right, thank you.
Nothing for Logan and her
no,
impressive game.
Exactly. Thank you.
Thank you.